There will be no reward if there will be no hard work that you put on the table. So you better put the work first, and then maybe there will be a reward. So I'm Hoda Al Khaizimi. I'm an assistant professor at NYU Abu Dhabi. I am directing the Center for Cybersecurity, as well as the co-chair for the World Economic Forum Global Future Council for Cybersecurity. I direct also my own research group, Emirati 6, focusing on emerging research.
Tell us about how did Hoda's journey start? How did it all begin for Hoda?
A very nomadic kind of experience, because I, as an overachiever in school, I used to have full grades in all my subjects, especially science subjects. And then I got a very good kind of accumulative GPA to get me into medical school. And then I was there for a year and then decided that my calling is not within the medical field. So I got into engineering, and then I got into IT, and then I got into information security. So it took me a while to find where I want to settle into the box. And then I realized throughout this journey that I really appreciate the interdisciplinarity of the STEM field, like of how you can be a person who could have a view from different fields in order to provide a better perspective of the problem.
Who are the figures in your life that had the biggest influence on you?
Jihan, very good question. I struggle with this question always because I don't want to symbolize a role model by a figure or a name, because I grew up in a community and a society where we have been motivated to learn from everyone. And I really subscribe to that kind of perspective. And I would say I learned a lot from many people around me. They taught me how to fail well and how to succeed well on multiple projects that I had. My grandmother, who raised me, and then who was a great catalyzer of my journey, because she always thought that you should go to the extra mile, and for her the extra mile was important. Just don't be a mediocre. Don't just say I'll stay at the average status of things. Try to do your best. And then at the age of 18, I discovered that she didn't know how to read and write. So this person who was always motivating me, she didn't know how to read and write, but she knew the value of opportunity. And I think part of the lesson that she wanted me to learn and maybe to teach others is to appreciate multiplying opportunities, because education was a scarcity in UAE when she grew up, and she maybe grew up to appreciate education to the max, and she saw it as a golden opportunity for me as Hoda. She was the tough military sergeant. She was very structured, very structured. She allowed us maybe 10 minutes of TV a day if we did our homework. She was always concerned about, our growth journey. I think that's what I learned from her, is that you have to always grow, and she would push you all the way on your success journey, because she's very connected to her society, and I think she wouldn't leave home easily, because home for her is everybody else so out there who needs her support. A constant spirit that she would love to put on the table for all of us, all my siblings, is that there will be no reward if there will be no hard work that you put on the table. So you better put the work first, and then maybe there will be a reward.
There are so many opportunities out there, but how can these opportunities be transformed with more women involved in technology and related fields?
If we looked at the world of safety as well, we have an example of Ford and other companies when they used their main safety dummy was just a male, right? And they used to have higher casualties amidst their female drivers or passengers because they neglected that part of the formula. I see it as well more often, especially around investment table, boardrooms, because female representation is different they tend to appreciate the silent voices, they tend to appreciate the introversion with an investor network, the introversion with even the entrepreneurs. They don't go for the loud and confident. They might have a different perception of how they do the due diligence around special, I would say, investment prospects. So the lost opportunity here is that you go for the loud and confident, and you lose the opportunity on what really brings value on the table. Having more women represented, for example, on the boardroom would lead, I would think, to higher number of investments on women-led startups or women-led, entrepreneurial opportunities. We live in a world where we have around 750 uneducated person around the world. 2/3 of those are actually women. We need femtech, which is technologies that are built for females around the world in order to break the barriers that exist for women, because educating one woman has an impact on an ripple effect on increasing the number of educated population around the world, not just women around the world. I would say we might have more than just femtech if we are investing in women across board.
And how can you leverage your experience as an empowered Emirati to bring opportunities to the table for other women? And are you aware of any initiatives that could help these women?
100%. I might also got in trouble for being involved in women's societies early on in my career, where certain people told me informally that I should minimize my involvement in women's career, but I did not listen, because I came from non-privileged background and I know the value of opportunity, and I want to share throughout my journey, and maybe until the end of this journey, every little bit of opportunity that I have, and I bring it on the table to make sure that we can maximize it. I led maybe around 4 different communities for women in science in the Arab world, women in technology, Emirates Digital Association for Women. I co-founded Women AI in UAE. I'm right now doing also Women AI in MENA. So I will always be a supporter for a women community, because I'm a woman and I know what it took me to get to here. And I will always understand the challenges and the struggles and the tweaks that we had to go through in order to be heard, not in a local community. I would say I was extremely empowered on an Emirati local community that gave me a backbone to speak from a louder, I would say, experience. Yeah, and I would say just to push through international experiences from that perspective. It's very important.
And how does it feel being an Emirati woman in this day and age?
I feel that I have substance to see the strength at the end of the tunnel and not to give up easily, and to have perseverance for that. The value that you're bringing in the table has been appreciated on multiple occasions, and that's how I feel. I feel like I go through experiences. Yes, they're tough experiences, but they're as well constructive. I see the appreciation for women around the table. I see as well the diligence of putting women forward in the right capacity and in a way that does not discredit their work or the value or the merit that they put around the table.
And what is the message you would like to send to those women who came before you and the younger generations who are coming after?
We'll continue to pave the way as humbly as you did, as elegantly as you did, as gracefully as you did, but as well as powerfully as you did for the rest of the generations to come in UAE. I was empowered here not just for my grandma or the women in UAE, but also for the men who championed these women, who were blessed to have them around us. I hope that we'll continue to have that kind of society that would push us forward. Enjoy the growth journey and enjoy everything that comes with it. You're valued and you're more than enough. Your voices on the table are heard for the next 50, 100, maybe 200 generations to come.